I am going live. It says I'm going live. I think I'm live. I believe I'm live. Little thing come up there, pop up there, let somebody pop up, and we'll know we're not talking to thin air out there. How y'all doing today? Hope y'all are doing good. I haven't got anybody. There we are. Monica, how you doing? Glad you joined up, darling. There we go. John Bernabo Speaks. Blue Dot Family's on there. Cat Bell's on there. Monica Burns. I think that's how you say that. I don't know. Oh, I told y'all when I go starting to try to pronounce everybody's name, I usually mess up on the second try. I need to stay with it on the first try. Eric Avels, how you doing, buddy? And Joe Riddle, how you doing? Well, I got a few people to call out this morning. I got some mail this morning, so waiting to make sure everything going up all right.
Yeah, your iPad's locking up. I'm just trying to share it on your page. My
iPad's locking up. Got to find out where to put those jumper cables on that thing yet. Anyway, I got a couple people to call out. Carolee Batson up in Ellsworth, Maine, sent us a package, and I got your shirt on, darling. And she sent this beautiful coffee cup. It's a ceramic in a rubber top that goes on it to hold your coffee in there. So she said I'd have hot coffee when I was driving in my truck. And it's got a map of Texas all over it, and it's got all sorts of stuff. And I'm telling y'all, Texas is a big state. You know, when you're in Texas, if you're in El Paso, Texas, why, hell, you're closer to San Diego, California than you are to Dallas, Texas. So that's how big this state gets sometimes when you try to cross it. Anyway, Carolee, thank you for the coffee cup. And she also sent, because she knew I had a sweet tooth, some Atlantic Lighthouse lobsters. They're little gummy bear lobsters in there. Mama done ate one. She said they tasted like cherry. I said, you're cheating. I ain't been in there yet. Anyway, she also sent Mama a nice divot to put hot pans and stuff on. It's a lighthouse up there, and that's exactly what Maine is known for up there in that part of the country. I have been up there once. I loved it up there. I thought it was beautiful. And she sent a nice little card, thinking of you, and it's got a little note in here about something else that she sent. And the other thing I thought was just wonderful is a book. She sent me a little book. So I took the time to stop reading Comey's book to read this book, and it's called Seeds of Change. And looks like it's got a couple of buds right there on the front cover, and they're buds, you know, real good buds. And it is written by Brian and Megan Batson. That's Carolee's kids. They wrote this book, and you can get this book on Amazon. It's called Seeds of Change.
And it's great.
It is a great little book. I'm almost tempted just to read it right out here.
Well, hang on, but then you'll spoil it. People
I know it. They say if you read it, I'll give you a peek at the front page there, and it discusses how some marijuana laws in our country are different in one state than they are from another state. And it goes on to explain how these two buds are looking for a home where they're welcome, and they're not welcome in a lot of states. And they ran into some alcohol there, laying on the street, and said, hey, empty bottle, what are you doing there, buddy? You're not welcome here. You got to move on. Kind of putting it in a broad view of what some things, cigarettes and alcohol, are accepted in these states, but not marijuana. And alcohol, we all know alcohol and cigarettes kills more people than anybody. And it goes on to tell the little story of how the two buds end up in a nice place. And I highly recommend y'all go to Amazon and buy this little book. It is really cute. And Carolee, you should be very proud of your kids. They wrote a very excellent little, it's like a children's book. It's just so cute. And
it's not just like a children's book.
It is a children's book. Look at there. Look where they finally get to end up, heaven. Carolee, I think that's absolutely great. Thank you very much, darling. I'm going to delve into those lobsters here in a little bit, but I have more to delve into. Esther Ramirez out in Richmond, Virginia. she sent me a box too. And this box, it's got a nice card in it. And Esther always prints out nice, beautiful cards. A blue dot in Richmond, Virginia. And a little coffee cup on there that says, nasty women. Stupid, but I can vote it out of office. Hashtag the resistance will never stop. And hi, John, enjoy the cookies. And there it is, baby. It's a bunch of cookies. These look like chocolate chip. There's some chocolate cookies in here. I see macadamia nuts. It's an assortment of, darling, I love cookies. Cookies and milk. That's what I do I not? Cookies and milk, cereal and milk.
Yeah, well, no, it's more like every night you do sweets or something, snacko.
El Snacko. Where are you going, Dad? El Snacko. Gotta get El Snacko. Esther Ramirez, thank you very much, darling. I appreciate it very much. Those cookies will not last long around here, and neither will those little lobsters. So, I appreciate y'all sending those out, and I had to go up to the window and ask for the package, or go ask for my mail, because I still can't get into my mailbox. But they give me my mail if I get there before noon. So our mailbox our mail deposit place only stays open till noon. So if you don't get there, tough luck. Come back tomorrow. Anyway, what's going on with y'all? I hope y'all had a great weekend. I did. I had not a great weekend, but we had a nice weekend. The weather was good. It's kind of a sad mood around the neighborhood. Told y'all before, my excuse me, my buddy Art Peterson down the road passed away, and so it kind of put a bummer on the whole weekend. But life goes on, and we're all got things to do, and so that's what we do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and it's a beautiful day down here in South Texas today, and I hope the weather's fine wherever you are. Jerry Wallace, how you doing, buddy? Glad you joined in. Linda Calbero, how you doing? And Brenda, I'm going to mess this up. Plord. I knew I just screwed that up. Anyway, I want to give a shout out also to Mike Burhow. His son Jacob Burhow is a good friend here on our Blue Dot family, and I understand Mike's got some medical issues he's dealing with, so we want to give out a shout out to Mike and tell him to get better soon, dude. Get well. Get out of them. Stay away from hospitals. They're not a good place to be. I'm telling you, y'all stay away from them. Doctors too. They're always looking for something wrong with you. But Mike Burhow. I say Burchow because I'm almost saying the name of a guy I knew when I was a child. Which almost how you say that name, but yeah. Mike Burhow and Jacob. Jacob's been around. Jacob's a good buddy of ours. He's been around for a while. I'm glad you got your dad listening to us now. We spread this thing around. We gather family members. I don't care who they are, young, old. I get tickled because we have a what do you call it? Our diversity is very diverse, and so we have a lot of people. And who else? Ellie Ames, how you doing? Juanita Dia. Hi, John. Love your videos. Thank you, dear. I've got to worry about my videos. Some people have suggested that I need to go back to the old way of doing it, the 15 to 20-minute rants on tape, and because these are quite long. So y'all let me know in the notes down here in the comments whether y'all want me to keep going live or you want me to go back to the old way we was doing things. And I kind of like this live stuff. I get a tick out of actually knowing that y'all are out there actually listening and all that stuff. Makes it a little easier. Hi, Bethy Brown. How you doing? Anyway, what in the hell is going on? Well, I haven't got my board written up because, again, Mondays are always tight, and I'm always running behind schedule, and I'm having to get my shit together, so I don't have my board up. All I got is my notes. But, well, I guess we need to start off with the Waffle House. Ain't that some shit? We had another shooting in a Waffle House this time, and thank goodness we had a hero in James Shaw Jr., and that's exactly what this guy is. You know, they quoted him as a little while ago as he didn't act. It's like out of this man's mouth. He said he really didn't act to save other people's lives. He just wanted to make sure that if that guy was going to kill him, he was going to have to work to do it. And thank goodness James grabbed the rifle, took it away from him, and as I understand it, the old boy got caught just a little while ago, the shooter. What's his name?
Shooter's name?
Ranking. And yeah,
the shooter's name? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, well, we all need to give a shit about this one.
Well, I mean, give a shit about the situation, but not the man.
Well, because the
oh wait, yeah.
Yeah,
I get you.
The history leading up to this guy in that Waffle House is just a damn shame. This guy had his weapons taken away from him twice. Not once, twice. And then he ended up back with them again, and there he is in a Waffle House taking out people. That's just ridiculous what this country is. The mayor of Nashville stood up and said enough, standing up for the gun, the assault weapons ban. There is no reason. He's got an AR-15. It's their toy. That's their favorite little thing to get. They can act like a real badass with that in their hands, and that's what they do. But this guy, Rankin, in June of 2017, this guy came out of his apartment above his daddy's business wearing a pink house coat, ladies' house coat, and brandishing a rifle. Got into it with the guy downstairs, yelled at him, threw the rifle in the truck, and took off in the car. And he ended up down at a public pool, where he came up into the pool, making a big ruckus, jumped in the pool, and then took the robe off and started swimming in the pool in his underwear. And then he got out and tried to discuss with the lifeguards that he was a male and not a female, and was waving his junk at them when the police got there and arrested him. And public indecency and stuff like that. He didn't pull the weapon at the pool, so they didn't know about that. So they go to contact his dad and everything. And his dad says, I don't know what dad says. Dad says he's wacko as shit or whatever, and took the guns away from his son. And good for Dad. Yeah, except Dad gave him right back. And what happened? In July of 2017, 1 month later, this kid is in Washington, D.C., got arrested for breaching the security fences there at the White House, and they arrested his ass, and he had weapons in his car. They can't take, he didn't do anything with the weapons, so he's just a crazy wacko jumping the fence. So they take him back to his daddy again. They confiscate the weapons, and then through the law, they return the weapons to the father again. He's not allowed to have them. The law said, nope, guy can't have weapons, he's a wacko. Don't give them to him, but here's his weapons back, Dad. And guess what Dad does? Dad gives him the guns again. That's twice. He knows his kid's a wacko. He knows he's got mental issues and he needs help. But what happens? Get the guns back. And he takes off from up there in Illinois. And where does he wind up? Nashville, Tennessee. And if it wasn't for James Shaw, Jr., it would have been a lot worse. He took a bullet graze right across the elbow. Came that close. And when the gun jammed or whatever and he hesitated, that's when James Shaw jumped him, took the rifle away from him. The guy, old boy, bolted out the door, I guess, and ran into the woods. But I understand they caught him just a little while ago. And then that's the good part. So now we'll be able to find out what the hell was in his head.
They better charge the father just as much as they charge the son.
That's what I think. After 2 times, this man knew his son was a danger to society, and how he would relinquish those weapons back to his son is beyond me. I just don't understand that shit. Yeah, I'm in the same thought. Charge the daddy. He knew better than that shit. And that's how we stopped that.
Lock that kid up for, or whatever, however old he is. Lock him up. He should not even be a part of society.
Yeah. Anyway, what else is going on? Old Pompeo might have a little trouble getting through the Senate. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee, which is a big one for, when you're going for a Secretary of State. So far, 10 Democrats and Rand Paul have said no. And that kind of hampers him. But, if they get him down on the floor, they're all going to vote for him in the Senate. The Republicans have a majority, and they're all going to vote for him. Anyway, he's a right-wing extremist, too. I'm sure he is, Jerry. Jerry Wallace. Yeah. They had some other, I didn't write it down or anything, but I saw on TV where they had some other guy, I think it was up in New York.
No, Toronto.
Oh, no, that's the van.
Oh, that's the van. Oh,
up in New York, I think it was. Somewhere where there's a subway system, and this guy wearing a Make America Great hat again, Make America Great Again hat, got in a tussle and shoved some, I think it was a Hispanic fellow, down on the tracks. And it was all caught on tape. I didn't see the whole story. I just saw that little part. And that right-wing nut job shit out there is about sick of that crap. Anyway, another bad set of news I'm sure everybody's aware of. Just a little while ago up in Toronto, Canada, a guy with driving a van at a high speed jumped up on the curb and ran over a bunch of people. And they're still going on as I came downstairs. But it's pretty messed up. And they've got that driver. Seems to me he jumped out of his van. The cops were there, and it looked like he had a gun in his hand.
I think they had a mild shootout.
A little bit of a shootout, but I think the guy ran out of ammunition, so they got him, and they're going to find out more about that. And I'll tell you what, there's a big difference between that and if that would have happened here in the United States, because that guy would have stepped out of the van with any kind of weapon in his hand at all. Every cop in the neighborhood would have lit his ass up, and he'd be full of cheese. He'd be holes, just dead. No information from that guy. It's that hesitation that saves lives when it's not necessary to take them. And we see that in this country all the time, especially with young black individuals. That the tendency to shoot first, shoot fast, is the response that most of our officers have. When just a slight hesitation might prevent a terrible situation from happening. And I've seen that done in other countries. In Canada, with this incident, I saw it in a video from Great Britain where a guy had a machete, had hacked up one person and was coming out going to hack up more. He took that guy alive. That happened in the United States. He's Swiss cheese. He's full of holes. They will shoot first, ask questions later. And I'm not disparaging the police. They have a tough job to do. But a slight hesitation on that trigger, if you're in control of the situation, might save a few lives and produce a little information. Anyway, that's my take on that shit. They had the funeral for Barbara Bush this weekend, and I'm sure everybody has seen by now the picture of Melania Trump sitting next to Obama with a big grin on her face and looking so relaxed. And you have to wonder what Barack was joking with her there to make her feel so comfortable. And that picture of all the presidents and the first ladies except for Donnie the Dick. And there's a good reason he's not there. He was not welcome at that funeral, and I'm glad he didn't show up. Go out on your stupid little golf carts and put your little balls around and do all the make-believe shit Donnie does. Anyway, he tweeted like 24 times this weekend. Donnie was a little upset about everybody, calling everybody names and shit. It's just ridiculous what we have to go through in this damn country. He had 24 tweets. Ivana, what is that, his first wife? His first wife. I think that was his first wife. Anyway, she let it be known that she let a message out that she thinks Donnie shouldn't run in 2020. None of us think he should be there in 2020. We all think he should be in jail by that time. And the way to do that might be old Michael Cohen. He is now under investigation for criminal conduct in his personal business dealings. Well, now who does he do personal business dealings with? Donnie, for one, and who's the other one? Yeah, Sean Hannity, plus that other millionaire that needed the other lady paid off for $1.6 million. He's always involved in up on the board, good-looking shit, Oh, Cohen is. Here it is. Sean Hannity. Now, Sean Hannity might start sweating a little bit because Cohen's under investigation for his personal business dealings. And we know he has business dealings with Donnie. And now we found out he has business dealings with Sean Hannity. Well, what's Sean Hannity been up to? Well, Sean Hannity's, he's a big property guy, man. I didn't know Sean Hannity was in the business of housing, because it's been reported that he has bought over 870 plus houses.
What?
Yep, he's bought 870 plus homes or apartments. They've spent $90 million buying up these properties that were foreclosed on with the help of HUD, Housing and Urban Development. That's right, baby. Oh, Ben Carson's in there. What's that shit, Ben? Are you helping Sean Hannity out with a little shit there, buddy? What kind of crap is that? I don't think Sean Hannity should be qualifying for HUD funds. Ain't he got money? Why would he be trying to... Oh, because he's a scumbag. That's why. And is there going to be stories come out now that we're going to find out that Ben Carson was shooting Sean Hannity some deals on some property that came up? Well, I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know, and I want to know. Because Sean Hannity's got his shit in there somewhere. It wasn't about I gave him $10 because I asked him a question. Are you shitting me? Do you think we're all as stupid as your viewers are, Sean Hannity? You're bullshit mountain up there. Anyway, I think there's a little something there that he spent that kind of money on that many houses from HUD. And, it's just probably another one of them con job things that's got going on that Donnie's, famous for. There's always a way to make money. And Donnie has a damn easy way of doing it.
And that's a lot of fucking houses.
That's a lot of houses right there, man. I'm telling you. Anyway, that's about, see how many minutes? 21. See, I'm telling y'all, about 21 minutes I get into the news, and I'm just about done with it. He got after Maggie Haberman. She's a New York Times reporter that got after Michael Cohen's shit. And, Donnie went on a sweet shit fit on her, drug and drunken induced her. Just calling people names, and that's what I mean about that's what that Comey meant when he said he's not morally fit to be president. We've never had a president in our history that comes out with little childish bullshit that he's got to get on his little Twitter feed and call people names or try to distort the truth in one fashion or another. It's just bullshit. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of listening to all the drama that comes out of that. Tamara, how you doing? Tamara Harrington? Cohen will Trump. That's what the big question is will Michael Cohen flip? Well, everybody's saying that it just depends on how many years that Michael's facing there. If he gets 5 years, well, he might hang on, but you shoot him with 15 to 20, 30 years in prison. Well, shit. Is he going to hold fast to Donnie and wait for a pardon? I wouldn't do that, buddy. So the question becomes, is he going to flip? Well, everybody's saying, yeah, he's going to flip. But what is he going to flip on? What is it that Michael Cohen can offer prosecutors to get Michael's ass out of a sling and not go to prison? Because it ain't going to be, I helped Sean Hannity with a real estate question for $10. That's not the answer there. That's not the story. But the story is in money and property. And I've always held to the belief that Donnie, after he lost his casino in Atlanta, Donnie was about to go bankrupt. He's a con man from the word go. And until he started getting rushed from, I believe, Russia. Help from Russia. Let's buy a few properties here and there. Let's buy them all around the world. Let's have condos everywhere with Donnie Trump's name on them so we can launder our money out of Russia. Donnie wanted to build a Trump Tower in Russia, but they don't need one in Moscow. That's not where they want to put their money in Moscow. They want to get it out, so they want to build Trump hotels everywhere and hotels and bribe collection centers, baby. That's what Donnie's business is. That's all he does. And I'm thinking that Michael Cohen, if he flips at all, he's going to have to come up with some good shit. And that's the kind of shit that he may have been involved in, helping Donnie out with money laundering for the Russians. And because everywhere you dig in this damn shit pile, you find a Russian. Val Wood, follow the money, baby. That's what it's all about. Sharon Zampetti, treason and traitor, money laundering. I'm telling you, people, that's where it's all going to go. This collusion. I think they already got collusion with the damn, I don't know what the big story is. Donnie Jr.'s meeting with the Russians, in my book, that's collusion. He knew what he was getting into, and he knew what he was going to that meeting for. Come up with, I don't know. Oh, it was about adoption bullshit. We all know who the meeting is. Was that collusion? Sure looked like it to me, baby. Looked like treasonous bullshit that some money-grubbing family would try to use to further their money grubbing. So, yeah, I think that's there. And with everything else that we found out, that you just got to know Mueller's got a whole damn briefcase full of Russians that have colluded with the Trump family in one way or another. I believe that's all going to come out. But it's that money. It's that money that he can't hide. That's why he never let go of his taxes and all that other shit, is because it's the money that's going to get him. Because that's where his lust is. Anyway, Bertie Jimenez, congratulations. Linda Belcher flipped Kentucky State Legislator seat. Linda, yes, she did. They flipped a seat up there in Tennessee. I was just talking to my brother up in Tennessee. He's going to send me a list of everybody running up in Tennessee on the Blue Dot side, and so we can get the word out. There is so much I have to delve into, people. I feel like I am way behind on my studies, on my everything I'm supposed to be doing for this when life gets in the way. Gabby Mueller. Oh, Lordy, Trump against the fight in Moscow the night before the Miss Oh, well, lost your comment, but I think it had something to do with, first he said he didn't spend the night in Moscow over there during the pageant over there, the beauty pageant over there in Moscow. He says he didn't spend the night there, but come to find out, he did. Oh, glory be, are you shitting me? He lied again? Are you shitting me? He lies about everything. Yes, he lied about that. Yes, he was in Moscow. Did he have hookers in his room peeing all over the place? Well, that's what we're all waiting to find out, because, you know, that just keeps coming up. He keeps bringing it up. I have to imagine that there is a reason for that. But anyway, where are you going? Cat. Oh, get away from them. Yep. See, that's Travis on the lookout for cats trying to go up on the squirrel porch. We have a separation. We have a cat porch and a squirrel porch. Let's don't mix the two, and everybody's going to be fine. And thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I actually got a pretty good comment up here from earlier, and I wanted to stick on it because got a fellow good deed doer here in the chat. A good
deed doer. We love good deed doers.
Ellie Ames. Hi, John. Denver here. Today we let a baby bird fly we took in. He took flight and stayed strong. It was a very happy moment.
I think I saw your picture. Who's that from?
That's from Ellie Ames.
Ellie Ames. I think I saw your picture on my feed, and it was a little bird that you had found and got hit on the road or something like that, and you were trying to nurse it back to. Thank goodness you got it. Little bird flew away. That's wonderful news. We're glad to hear that. Our little situation with our little kitten didn't work out too good, but that should never stop anybody from trying for either people or animals that are in need. If you can help in any way, try to do that, because it's the right thing to do. And anyway, Stephanie Dean, tomorrow, Arizona. Tomorrow, got a vote in Arizona. I'm so behind. There's that cat again. See, just not long ago, we had one of the cats get a squirrel, and we're really after that because we don't want that happening again. And so he's out chasing down that. It's the same cat too. It's Shadow.
Yeah, it was the same damn cat.
Yep, it's Shadow. He's. They all have names. They don't live inside. They all live around here. We have some that have names and some that don't. Some are Fuzzy Babies. Some are Sausage Baby. They all got names depending on what they look like. Sandy Beach. Hey, ain't that a neat name? Ruth Ann, you just joined. Stephanie Dean, Arizona tomorrow. Oh, I read that. John Bravo Speaks Blue. We just hit 3,000 followers. I'm thinking it just. Let me see. Blue Dot Family. JBS hits 3,000 followers. Woo woo. All right. That's our Blue Dot Family page. I'm trying to invite everybody that hears me out there to come by and join up on our family. That's what we're building over here on John Bravo Speaks. I always had a problem with that part of it. John Bravo Speaks, like, so he speaks. Everybody speaks. But Blue Dot Family, when they added that, when Candy and Joe and Kat and Monica all got together, and they changed the name up. John Bravo Speaks, Blue Dot Family, because that's what we are, baby. We're growing this family. it's a way to stay connected with what's going on and stay involved in what's happening and where it's happening. And Candy Guidry does a fantastic job of making sure that she was up bright and early this morning. I can't remember what the thing was. I saw it when I first got up, and it said 15 minutes ago. I said, look at there, Candy's all. I get up at about 7, so she was already on the ball then. And she lives in Arkansas, so she's in my same time zone. I guess she gets up a little earlier than I do. That's all right, baby. I'm having to force myself to stay in bed nowadays. I have forever got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and now there ain't no job, so I don't want to get up at 5, but I've pushed it back to at least 7:30 sometimes if I get lucky. Carolee Batson, there you are, darling. We have a good neighborhood cat, a neighbor cat that tries to face down with the deer. It's hysterical. I bet it is. I did. I saw your picture. Again, I pay attention to my news feed. If we're friends and family, your shit ends up on my news feed. You had a turkey in your backyard with a deer. And I thought, look at her, ain't that great? I'm just, when you live out in the country, if you live close out in the country, there's a special thing you get with the animal life that comes around. We have it here. We have everything from deer, hogs, to alligators and snakes sometimes. But there's always wildlife around here. My river's up a little bit. I was actually thinking about trying to do some fishing.
Oh, yeah?
Sometime I need to get a lawnmower down there and cut the weeds down there where I usually sit to go fishing, and because I haven't been down there since last summer. But it sure is looking good. Michelle Davis, contribution is on. Oh, darling. I appreciate that. Any contribution at all, whether it be candy, cookies, or whatever it is, we always appreciate what we receive from others, because it sure does help keep this thing going. My brother calling me wanting to get Travis mic'd up. Can't hear Travis. Well, that's one of the little things that we're going to do with the funds that we receive. The next thing is going to be